It's Power 106, Brown Bag Mornings, LA's #1 for hip hop. Hey, are you on Power 106? I'm on Power 106. Lefty Gunplay, a.k.a. what is it, Frankie Holiday, you're saying?
Frankie Holiday.
And Problem, a.k.a. JasonMartin.
Go.
The
Go.
maturity.
Yes. Grow up, West Coast. Grow up.
All
right. Use your full name, West Coast. West Bartholomew. All right, you guys come in with a special gift. You know, we saw the music video, but the song drops today. How did you guys get to know each other? I want to know what that was like, Jason and Lefty.
It was random. For me, shout out to Spike. Spike had hit me and told me that they wanted to flip Like What. And so I said, bro, just send me the vocals because I want to do a new beat to it. And so when they sent the vocals back, I sent them a whole new song. So his team had heard it and was like, yo, how did you do that with him? I'm like, bro, we got a dope thing over here.
Yeah.
Or Like What?
Yeah. So then they brought him over. We set up to do 3 days. We ended up formally meeting at the 100 community.
Yeah, community.
The vibe was cool. Then we set up 3 days, and then he came in and got straight to work.
Yeah, it was like when it was heavy or that black, brown, we were trying to push that movement.
Of course.
He reached out and they just dropped me. OTR dropped me off there, like babysit, like they.
They didn't like all them rules at first. I'm like,
now you're going with Unky Problem.
Nah, I'm like, I start real early in the morning, bro. I know you ain't gonna be here at 9, but get here by 1 or 2. And you know what I'm saying. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I tell everybody this. Y'all see what y'all see, but this has probably been the easiest person to work with in my career.
Jace.
As far as somebody that allows himself to be told but still has great ideas. We did it real dope. It was like, man, you get to do 2 ideas you want, I do 2 ideas I want. We did it 4 times. And he came up with an amazing project, bro. Like, then the 5th day, he calls like, I gotta do this one more though. And he started getting that itch, like, it gotta be better. We gotta be better. So it was dope.
He was uncomfortable, but he has a different ears for a different type of music, and I listened, and it worked out.
Feel Jason about his cinematic style of music, like how he likes to put all these sound effects in the background of his verses.
I love it. I just had
different.
I had to show him that we had to wait till we like the song first to do it.
No, he wants to do it in the moment.
Yeah, he want to do it right there.
But explain that. What do you do, Lefty? Are you like?
Oh man, I just start tripping on that song. Just
okay, so
I had a bomb here. Or
he
what
creates
is
the
it?
scenes, bro. He needs the sound effects. He needs everything in that song.
Sat in the studio with them, and he's like, okay, I'm talking about a Maybach. I need the Maybach key sound in it, and we'll be on YouTube for about an hour trying to find the exact right sound. He's a perfectionist, for real.
I loved it too because it was something that I hadn't done, and even with the drops, like he's in tune with what he wants, and for me, for a creative, I don't want to be the guy to be like, oh, we're gonna do this my way. I'm like, man, fly, have at it. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you also taught me that I don't need the drops either.
Yeah, when you have a great song, like the drops is there. You can use them, but you don't need them all the way because you can make he can make a great song.
You don't have to be dependent on them.
Nah, you don't need all the tricks, but still use the tricks though, because when you do that with the tricks, you get amazing music.
Well, some days I'm hitting like 80 points.
Yeah, he was. I'm telling you, he shocked the whole room. I don't think people, people see him online and then people hear what they hear, but no, his work ethic is something that I haven't seen from nobody out here in his age bracket at all.
Take it serious,
very serious.
And you know what, Jason, too, and you, Lefty, too, I think that may be something that the West Coast in general gets out. They just play too much. They're hella rah-rah. Yeah. But it takes that discipline, even to get in the studio, learn how to produce a song, learn how to make a song, learn how to write, get in there, perfect it, layer it, the mixing and the mastering. There's so much that goes besides that. They just see our music videos and how we're all just turned up, and they're like, all they're doing is just playing around over there.
Nah, it's a lot of Doe, him getting together, getting close, Solus, them working, Neil getting together, like my team. It's a lot that goes into these 3-minute moments that people think they could just judge. It's kind of crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But we're here now. He's here now. I want to say this too. I've been getting a lot of tags, people asking me. He will not let anybody write for him. So do not think I did anything. He won't even go for it. Because in his mind, it don't matter if it's good or bad. This is the way he feels. So it was none of that going on. This is all him. This whole project that's coming.
Yeah,
they tried.
Yeah.
Oh, they tried.
I tried to write for you here, Lefty. Say
honestly, I thought Jason wrote Knick Knack Paddywhack. I thought that was him.
That was bro. We let him go, man. He a shook soda can in there. Because the thing is, he gets into the mic. And I got this video I got to show him. He ain't even seen. He goes crazy in there. It's a dope thing to see.
Yeah. I listen to them. I allow myself to be produced.
Yeah.
I was just tripping out right now when we were talking how the West Coast has its own sound.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's so unique, you know. And I've been with other producers who are from other states, and it's so different than it is out here. Yeah. It's tricky, though. The West Coast sound is tricky, but yeah, this is the master of it.
I want to know, like, the concept behind Can't Get Right. Was that you, Problem? Was that you?
I
Lefty?
love the hook, man. The hook is
listen,
resonate.
I literally asked him, why do they call you Lefty? And he said, I can't get right. I'm like, that's the hook. Lay it. It went that easy. I'm not that deep. Like, when it hit me, it's like, no, lay it right now, because it just makes so much sense. And then we're going to call the album that, too. And you'll hear why it's that.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. So when we say we're going to call the album, there's more in store between Lefty and JasonMartin.
Oh, yeah, man. Me and Mike and Keys and the whole team, we got a chance to produce an album on Lefty.
Come on.
And the thing is, the crazy thing is that we got the call pre-GNX. So we were already doing
this.
The
work was in
So
already.
I think God just was like getting him ready for something that he didn't even know was coming, and myself too.
And you know what? I wanted to touch on that, not necessarily GNX, but that black and brown stuff that we're talking about. And we have been, and I think just the example is going to speak volumes. Like Nipsey said, they're going to see the demonstration. That's going to speak the words. And the demonstration is you two sitting in here on Power 106. We're dropping the song. We're playing it. And there's actual work behind the scenes. You guys have gotten along. Sometimes we're not meant to. This isn't meant to happen. Yeah. This is some real shit that is not supposed to, if we're looking at the grand scheme of things, people coming together and working, putting stuff aside, you know. And I think that's a testimony beyond whatever the social media part of it is, because you're going to have people trying to divide it, or Lefty said this means he's anti, or look at this, that why aren't you really down, and stuff like that. I think it's so important to confirm to you guys, at least from my standpoint, that this is that progress. When Lefty first came in and we talked about the Kendrick song, and even if it was those 4 bars, bro, what those 4 bars did is that gave us presence on the Kendrick album. When I say us, I mean the brown side of LA. You know what I'm saying? So. Shout out to what Peso did on that album as well, you know? So it's really important that he may not even see it in the moment, but it's so good to see.
Breath of fresh air.
No, for sure. Like, I mean, the things with me and him talk.
Thank you.
We talk about, and the internet don't mean nothing. That don't got nothing to do with him. And again, you can't tell me nothing about a guy that I talk to every 3 days.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. I don't care what he said before I met him. That's not the guy that I'm with.
Right.
And I know I've seen a curve in him from the day I met him to now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know y'all see it. Look at him. He's calm. He's chilling, because you know why? He knows his purpose now. And we bet it. He told me, it's like, dude, I just don't want to be known for those 4 words.
Yeah.
And for me, when the day he went platinum, they called, said, I want to come to the studio. Anything news came, I want to come to the studio. It showed me everything I needed to see.
The motivation's
It
there.
made me want to put my all into it. Yeah.
And then he's also chill right now because he worked out yesterday, and now he's also.
I'm here, bro. They say, bro, we have talked about the dad body thing. We don't want that for the summer, but if it gotta be, it gotta be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I forgot my dad hat.
You were working out yesterday? What was it?
With a Bradley Martin. We were working out in low key. He couldn't take me on the push-ups.
No?
Yeah, you know that program. They
Yeah,
ready for the yeah, we do that in the studio too.
It's program time.
It's program. I mean, you know, the guys that been, you know what I'm saying, institutionalized, they really only respect programs.
That part.
if you really know that, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have no real program about your life, they don't even look at you as a man. So, you know what I'm saying? We clicked early.
Perfectly said, Jason. When you said that, contrary to what people may think about Lefty, like, he is the easiest to work with, and I'm pretty sure it's because there's a program in line. There's protocol to follow. And he's like, all right, when there is, like, I get this.
And I think I think the kids coming up to him and crying and stuff. I think it's a lot of stuff that it has nothing to do with music success that he talks about. Like, man, I got to do better, bro. I didn't know I had this type of... He didn't know he had this type of effect on, like, the kids. Like, it's a bunch of black, brown, white, China. All of them are looking at him as this, like, wow, this is the next big superstar from Los Angeles. We want to do what he does.
Yeah, I think when we saw that video in that moment where that kid came up to you.
Oh, the one that went viral.
With Vic rubbing your back.
Making fun of me for rubbing your back.
But I feel like that moment showed, like, a different side of you, Lefty, and it was nice to see, like, and how inspiring you are to the kids.
How you take it into.
Yeah, I got a heart in there. And that's what I do it for. I do it for everybody, for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the kids. Yeah. Got to do better.
That particular moment, a lot of people didn't know, like, what's happening, you know, whatever. So basically what had happened was there was this kid, he was waiting in line to meet Lefty pretty much all day. And then so he finally meets him, and then he comes up to Lefty, and Lefty's like, dang, like, what do you want for Christmas? You know, and then he told him, like, he pulled out the phone, and he's like, these are the shoes, I want these exact shoes.
They're the ones I had on.
Exactly. And then so Lefty goes, I'll buy them for you. And then instantly when he said that, the kid started crying, and it made Lefty emotional. And it was just like, get this kid's info, you know, and then, but it was also just a very genuine moment, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, you know, anybody that's that age that wants the cool stuff, they wish they had like a person, a big homie that could just buy them something off the rip. And now the fact that Lefty has that opportunity to do that for kids, it's like, I'm sure it hit him different.
I like this kid. He came up to me. You don't remember him? He's like, can I pray for you? Yeah. I'm like, go ahead, man. Come on. Pray for me.
It's different. It's different for him right now.
Yeah. You're a real inspiration for the kids.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Got to do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the line? I make it rain on her? Because don't get it twisted. That's still my guy.
Change the forecast.
Yeah. You know, thank you for the prayers.
You're talking to Frankie right now.
I know.
Lefty is after 7. After 7, we got Lefty.
Tell me about the video for Can't Get Right.
Shout out moms.
Yes, your mom was in it, right?
Yeah, my mom's in it. Like just a regular day in the hood. It was easy. One take, one shot, one take.
Yeah, he was real adamant about not wanting to wear chains, not wanting to like ride for. We canceled the video because he didn't want to be in a Lambo. Like he wants to show the beginning of his story,
right?
And you know what I'm saying? It's video came out dope. Shout out to Shooter.
Yep.
They did a great job on just getting the vision. There'll be more to come.
I love that
City of Ballin Park.
Yeah, shout out to Ballin Park. They show love to his homies. His homies was dope. We in there drinking tequila. We having beers, chilling. It was a vibe.
Who took that street sign?
Man.
Don't say anything.
You don't have to tell me.
It's custom.
But what I loved about it is that everything about this single feels like introductory. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like a lot of people just kind of initially heard of Lefty on the GNX, you know what I'm saying, if they weren't familiar with him before. So now this feels almost like a debut single.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you problem to like have something to do with it is like super dope.
Nah, I mean, I'm again, man, I mean, we've been talking just about like just fate and God and just opportunity and luck and all of these things that just happen all at the same time. And this was not on the card for me at the end of last year. And it took over like everything that I was doing. I moved everything out the way just because I just saw how dedicated his squad is. Like they go so hard. And for me, if you're coming to me for that, I'm like, bro, we got to give him something, man. Every great artist has a song with their name in it. You have to kick it off. Like, you got to.
Wow.
And then the thing is, he had already said what it was. It's like, oh, yeah, we ready to rock. And again, it's other records that we want to go with first, but like, we got to start here.
Yeah.
We got to start. And I can't wait to see the response. I know we hit DSPs tonight. The video's already going crazy.
Come on.
I remember I called him Problem. I called him and I'm like, hey, Problem. He's like, what's up, man? I said, hey, just meeting you man to man. I just want to make sure that, you know, we both are putting our heart in this album, you know?
Yeah.
That we're not just, I'm not just, you know, doing the layup. I really want to put my heart in this album. I really want to listen. And he's like, all right, cool. And then I started taking it more serious, you know?
Yeah. The first the first day, why I respect him so much, the first 2 records I had on rap on, he hated it, but he didn't tell me till after he did it. That's why I love it, because he told me. He's
thinking about him right now. He's like,
I'm frustrated.
No, the thing is, this single right now was the first record he did.
Oh, wow.
Shut
It was
up.
not to this beat. It was not to this, because I
you
needed
messed
him
around
to
with
rap a certain way
Okay.
on this beat to get him to do that.
That one.
I see.
And then there was another one that he said, this is hard. It's like a math problem. I mean, UCLA. He literally named the studio
I
UCLA
thought we were
now.
going to walk in. It was going to be like,
It's called UCLA
Go
now.
Bruins! Go Bruins!
It's UCLA when you walk in there with us. So that's the whole play.
I always tell him I want that throwback Problem, man. I thought
Yeah.
it was going to be on that, but no, we on some others. We
It's
elevating.
growth.
Yeah, but then I brought the throwback
Yeah,
back.
then it's like,
Once he
alright,
heard
this
it, he
what
was
you
like, wait a
want.
minute, this the end of how the song was going in? I'm like, yeah, you got to trust me. I just need you to try different pockets. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
How has that been, I guess, for you, Jason? Because literally to become someone's, like, executive producer in a sense, and that support system, also having been an artist yourself and continuing to be an artist, are you kind of being the, I guess, that backbone for him that you never had, or maybe you did have, or being able to give that to somebody else?
For sure. I'm letting him learn from every L I took in this business. I tell him, we talk about stuff that I'm not gonna talk about here.
No.
But
you good.
We talk about, man, you know, he's still Lefty Gunplay, and he still has that energy. If
we're just talking about chains. He's in his chain
era
right now.
I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about he still won't smoke. So it'd be a lot of time. I'm like, hey, bro, like you're a corporation now. And you have to always understand that you are now you are a brand, and that's, you do not want to let nobody trick you out of that. You get what I'm saying? And because I have been a victim of allowing people to trick me out of situations. So yeah, man, I like this. See, to me, like I want this. It started as a collab album. We was gonna do it together, but I've looked like, nah, we're gonna produce this for bro.
We became family. Like,
bro.
If I'll go missing for 2 days,
I'm hitting him.
He'll call me.
Like, what you at? What's up?
Yeah. Don't go missing for 2 days, Lefty.
He went missing.
Oh, did he?
When I'm tripping, they'll call Jason and be like, hey man, the phone's for you. What's going on, man? Yeah. And I'm tripping again, huh?
Yeah. We've been through a lot of the same similar things. Like, you know, my thing with the Molly and how I was going through that and what he's going through. It's like it's none of us we're all human.
Yep.
And nobody's above problem, no matter how much money you have, how successful you are, and there's nothing wrong with how vulnerable you can be about it. And you're not less of a man because you can't handle certain things. Yeah. And so we have very open conversations about like his future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Longevity.
Yeah. I don't want this to be a one-trick pony at all. I told him after we do this project, his next projects, you need me on, I got you. Like, that's the play. From here on out, I want to make sure he sounds and is treated and created the best way. Yeah. Don't just gimmick my dog. Don't just be having him around because y'all see he hot, because I'm going to tell him, don't go.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him, nah. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want nobody to play with him right now.
We get really defensive about Lefty, too, and it's crazy because you're right here, and I know you're a man and you have your own decisions, and if you want to act up, you're going to act up, but I do think there's that exploitation part of it where it's like, nah, don't do him like that. Don't try to play him out of anything, and as great as he is and the personality, there's still vulnerability there.
Totally.
Because there's going to be people that enter a certain way, but they don't have the best intentions, you know? So it's really good to see other people have that same intent and motivation when it comes to Lefty.
Nah, man. It's a lot of people that care. Like a lot of people that's in this business, that's from this coast. Yeah. They're all existing. Kendrick's helping with the project. Head's been helping with the project. Mustard's giving me tips on the project. Like, this wasn't like just me and him. Like, there's a group effort to make sure that this thing sounds correctly.
Shout out to K-Dot. He helped out. He gave him he looked at the project. He gave his ideas, gave his pointers.
Yeah, for sure. We're all in cahoots, man. This is like West Coast Council right now.
That's
everybody.
Incredible. Yeah.
Everybody.
And especially for this to be like, it seems like the first time that, like, because I'm assuming you guys would want to do this with other artists as well, you know, that are on the come up. And it's like for Lefty to be kind of the first one to kind of, you know, be put in that is just incredible.
Then I think it really had to do with like how I saw him with Pun, AD, and back on Fig. I got to learn his personality through my homies that are like my real friends. Yeah. Excuse me. When they call and be like, nah, bro, for real. Because they don't like anybody. Yeah. That shows me everything. And then Spike is a real close. And I end up knowing Solus. I didn't even know I knew him from about 10 years ago. It's really about the surrounding of people. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And
the genuine authenticity of like, how is this guy? You know, everybody scopes you out. Like, when they let you in, but they embrace me, man, because I keep it real and I appreciate them. They became family. Yeah.
This album, so is it a title track then?
It's called I Can't Get Right.
Love it, the whole album. Lefty, when you came up with that bar, like literally, well, you were talking about when you became Lefty Gunplay. Yeah. They were telling you can't get right, right? And
you're just I can't get right. My homies named me that. I didn't pick that name.
And so now it's become the persona of Lefty Gunplay and this album. Oh, I got it. What do you want for us for this album?
What I want for this album, I want to keep on pushing black and brown unity, and I feel like we're at a different time in LA, and I feel like I played my part into, getting the ball rolling and, making it a better place for all of us out here. We got to fix ourselves first before we can come at anybody else, and we're almost there. I feel like, you know, LA strong, and yeah, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to see a beautiful struggle, and to tell my story, and to keep on opening that door for more Latinos and more, you know, black, you know, black and Latinos to come together and make history, you know, make albums, you know. Make it normal.
Yeah. It shouldn't be this like abnormal.
That's
right. I don't see the big deal, but you know what I'm saying. I think, you know, maybe because I'm not in the gang culture. Yeah. But I think it's a lot of people that don't feel the way. I think that's a gang culture thing. To be perfectly honest with you, because I go to New York and that's not the way it is. I go all over the world and it's not the way it is. We all the same. Yeah. All of us are the same, man. It's two type of people: good people and bad people.
That part.
Yeah. That's it.
And I've never seen it like just having a first-hand experience with you specifically. Problem, JasonMartin, is that you've always embraced the culture, the audience, the fanship, and all of that. And so to me, I never see that like animosity. I don't, especially being in rap. It's weird that it is an online thing, like the divisiveness or the hate and stuff. It's like, that's not a real life. And if that is your real thought, I don't think you have experience with people. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking, and we don't need to get political, but we're talking about the immigrant situation. And I was telling a lot of people, sometimes when you see those things online, it's someone that's never met someone that's been an immigrant. And if they could just ask around and see those stories, otherwise you just have it implanted what you think one is. It's this criminal, or it's this person mooching or whatever. Yeah. Have a convo. Like, have a convo so at least you can get insight. So at least your hate can have some type of, like, I don't know, like merit to it. But
it does exist, though. It is out there. There are some, you know, people that just love to hate, and they love that negativity. But all positivity on this side.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think, you know, it's just like the fire situation. People like that aren't in it or don't know anybody affected by it. It's easy to be like, oh, why y'all care? Why y'all not? Why y'all stop? Or this is and that, until you have 3 or 4 friends that lost their home. So it's more so that until it hits your back pocket, people don't really get it. And I mean, that's on them, man. We not even on that. We pushing this forward. We going with what we doing and only moving forward. You know what I mean?
When the fires happened, I thought of you, bro, because I know you're in the 626.
Yeah.
How's the air quality over there, brother?
Oh, I was checking it out the other day. You could tell by looking in the air. You know, it's pretty bad. Yeah. And shout out to Peso, everything he did. Oh yeah. And Peso's been out there working. He's been doing his thing. So yeah, shout out to Peso, everything he did. 100%. I know people that were affected by it. You know, and LA strong. You know.
Facts.
We're gonna come back bigger and stronger. That's how it go.
So I wanted to know. So this song, "Can't Get Right," is pretty fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like for the club, like radio. Is the entire album gonna be this way? Is there other like deeper songs or songs for the ladies? What
we're going up? It's an album. Okay. It's gonna have everything that his life entails. He's fun.
Old school album.
He's dangerous. Yeah, with skits. You know what I'm saying? Acting. Shout out to Renee. He came through. Dropped some jewels on there.
Renee
talking, talking crazy on there. He has every moment that an album should have. Storytelling, definitely song for Chuck's on there, game on there.
Hold on.
So nonchalant.
Hold on. And I gotta say this just because I know Lefty is very influenced by the game, and low-key he loves listening to the game. I know we're talking about when Lefty wants to hear something, he wants to hear like that era of rap, right? What is that? What happened?
He didn't know.
Oh my God, right here.
You surprised him with that?
Yeah, I would. You know what I mean? Listen, man, if we're going to do something, I'm going to put 100% into it, like if it was mine. So I'm listening to one of the second song he did, and I'm like, man, we need Chuck to do this hook. So I called Chuck. I'm like, bro, knock this out for me. Went over there, he did it. So the next day he came to the studio. He's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, bro, everybody rocking with you, man. Come on, let's cook. So,
damn, that sounds
hard too.
Yeah, that song fire. That's another one he hated.
Yeah.
He told me. He was like, man, how did this become my favorite, man? Bro. So,
I feel like he does that. You gotta just show him, because I've seen it too, where not necessarily, but Lefty's like, I don't want to do, and then he does. He's like, oh, this was tight.
It's an artist thing, man. I've been through it. Like we're so hard on ourselves because we want y'all to like it. You know what I mean? And we want everybody to feel it, want everybody to love it. So I've been through that before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just old, so now I can be like, hey, bro, get out your own way. Trust me. Trust me. I ain't gonna steer us wrong.
Does this happen a lot in the studio where Lefty's like talking about like an artist? Because he's like, he's very influenced by like mid 2000s to 2010s.
Bro, he went and grabbed Mike out of nowhere. Last day, it was like, man, we got to sample Kanye West. And they in there freestyling and shit. I was like, yo, what's happening? Like, I'm super drunk at this point. Like, we drinking champagne. And Mike, he don't like nothing. So he in there making the beats. They in there freestyle. I'm like, yeah, this is going to work. Yeah. He has a moment where he's singing. So
I know.
it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
Because this guy's still a lover boy, too. And I know that, like,
I was trying to play the piano.
He is. He's trying to learn the piano for this one song that's coming.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to learn it by the time it come out. So hopefully you get it done.
Is it a remake?
Yeah,
something?
So
yeah, you know what it is,
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
You probably know already.
He
just capped me.
Is it a remake? I'm trying to think of what piano songs. One Wish?
That would be great.
She's Latina.
Yeah. I said
She's Latina.
Amanda Perez.
Oh, no
Not
way.
Bro.
God sent me an angel.
Yeah, our remix is done.
You
That was
sang it?
Yeah, that song
He
done.
got it. That was his call. Like, we
That's
was done with the
breaking
album. He called and said, we got to do one more. I'm coming right now. I said,
That
"Hey,
means
come
you were
on."
listening to it.
Yeah, I dropped that one. That's one.
What were you doing that you were listening to Amanda Perez? Who were you with?
I was just laying in bed. No, it was my idea, and I just hopped up, and I just,
That's fire.
I was looking
That's
at
going to go crazy.
Yeah, everybody loves it.
Everyone loves that song.
That's
I
crazy.
love that. I love it
I laid
already.
it down on the first try.
First shot.
Wow.
First try.
Yeah.
Teary-eyed and all that when I laid it down.
That's super fire.
Yeah.
I love it. When you're looking at the year ahead, Lefty, and it's crazy because our first time interviewing you was last year. This time last year.
First out, yeah.
Yeah, so it was wild to me to see just like that progression in that first year, and just to make sure that flame stays bright. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it comes to what do you want for this year, and it's crazy because to me, I love your affirmations, your manifestations. It's a true like to life story that you think something, you work hard, you get it. What's this year like for Lefty Gunplay 2025?
Man, I want awards now. I want plaques. I want Grammys. I want people to remember my name. I want to break history, keep on breaking records, making history. And that's what I just want to make history, keep on stacking it up.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with where I'm at. I could be better. I could be way better. But I will be.
Yeah.
I will be better. And just keep helping the people out.
You've been doing a lot of like more live streaming with a lot of streamers. Like, what's it like working with Bradley Martin? He's huge. Like working out.
Bradley
with him.
Martin's cool. He's just he's my guy. We just work out.
Is it intimidating to you? Cause
nah, I don't get intimidated by nobody. But I don't get intimidated by nobody. Like streamers, like I'm pretty sure they know like I'm not playing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I try to be open about it. But I don't do the streaming. But Bradley Martin, he's a big guy. He's my friend.
Nice.
He's a good friend of mine, man. He doesn't disrespect me or treat me wrong when we're together, and he wants to keep on working out without the cameras.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm like, so that's cool. But that's cool about him. I feel comfortable around him.
The stuff with Neon kind of went viral, streaming with him at Universal Studios.
Yeah. That's OTR telling me to kick it.
That's a real moment with Lefty though. Once you're his homie, like he's gonna protect you. Like he's gonna stand up for you no matter what time it is. So there's moments where you see really who you are and what type of morals you have and your standard of how you treat people.
I feed my enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God said, I don't want to get too holy with it, but if your enemy's hungry, feed him. So I'll feed my enemy, I'll go by that. I'll take my shirt on my back. But you know what I'm saying? I'll still whoop him, but I'll let him get up.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, you will feed your and wow.
Yeah, I've done it before in jail. You know what I'm saying? I'll let him get up. I won't kick him, but I'll whoop him.
After
and I'm
he
pretty
gets
sure
up.
he'll give me that too. Real gangster, recognized gangster. Just, take it back to like neighborhood respect,
Do you think people trip out on how much like we talked about being institutionalized? Do you think we're weird for not being institutionalized? Like, is it the other way around sometimes? You're like, why don't y'all act like this?
I think I'm starting to realize that, I'm institutionalized, But a lot of it helps me out, but a lot of it messes me up, I got to learn how to adapt the other way, but I don't think you could ever take it out of me. I'll never forget where I came from, and I'll never forget, the way I was taught, and just got to try and learn new things. You could always learn.
No, of course.
Yeah.
You're rapping in Spanish?
Yeah, I'm rapping in Spanish.
Alemán?
Yeah, con alemán.
Wow. That's huge.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Is there any other Spanish artists you want to make a song with? I know you met J.O.B. recently.
Becky G. Becky G.
He been trying to Becky G. Yeah. We've actually been trying for Becky G for months now, to be honest. Yeah.
You guys are driving around Inglewood like, hey, where Becky at?
I'm pretty sure she knows where I am.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
I think y'all just don't got the plug, huh?
We're trying, Neil. Try harder. We got an email back.
Becky G for Gunplay.
Yeah, everybody know Becky G. Tell her
Becky Gunplay.
I send my love, and I would really love to work with her.
Yeah.
If anybody knows her.
Yeah. That's tight. Yeah. I love having you guys in here. The new record, Can't Get Right. The new video is out.
So there's something funny though.
What?
So this is what he rapped to. If y'all want to hear
something. Like this was the first.
Oh. It's Lefty Gunplay. Look, what? Strap. I'm in the bag. Scat pack with a mini bag.
He was like, what do you have? You rapping?
I met her in the trap, said it crack.
Bruh. Wow. But he had to jump on that to get that rhythm going so that it could rap like that.
If he'd have heard that beat, he would have
went different.
I get you.
Different. Oh. You know what I'm saying?
That goes into
we went the old school flow. Like, I wanted to give him something just real spaced out. Yeah, just go.
And he did it. He did it mad, but he did it. He was like,
is this shit? Yeah, but that's what Mike and Keys do over there. Like they send you this way, and then they're gonna ring you back.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we gotta get the artists to try stuff, and the more uncomfortable to get, the more music, the better the music is.
Yeah.
And I've gone over there with other artists that are in my similar age and my lifestyle, and I've seen how the way they react when they're trying to get them to try something. Another, and I just I let myself be produced,
Yeah. You can't be resistant to stuff like that. You got to know, like, as great as you have, you can always get greater, and you got to allow other people to help in that,
legends,
to help sharpen.
Yeah, they're legends.
Yeah, Mike and Keys, that's untouchable, undeniable.
The resume checks out.
We owe a lot. We owe a lot to that production, and I'm glad that we were able to get Mike and Keys in here because, like, legit understanding and knowing the sound of LA for generations and eras and all of that, like, that's really important.
Come on, Mikey. What are you doing?
I think
he always try to be in the back. I hate it. Like,
such a producer.
Yeah.
But that fit deserves some limelight, bro.
Let's go.
I didn't know we were matching today.
The grayscale, I love it.
Man. Well, for those who don't know, man, Mike and Keys responsible for the Nipsey sound. You know what I'm saying? That whole album was put together, and if you know, you really know, as far as just like the vocal stuff that they had to do to make that album happen. If everybody that really knows Nipsey, we know how Nipsey recorded. So for them to get a full album out of him, I still don't believe how they did that.
I don't know how they did that.
He records in 4-bar increments, 4 bars a week.
And then gets tired or wants to go eat. Or, hey, gotta go get something in the car real quick.
Yeah, I'll be back and never come back. I'll be back. Bro's funny.
No, my husband, JP, would tell me about that all the time. He's like, I guess there was one time, it was when they were recording with Mustard. I believe it might have been the FDT record where Nipsey was like, hey, I gotta go back. I'm gonna go buy some weed. Like, I gotta go. And I don't have money. And then so Mustard pulled out his stack. He's like, no, stay here. I got your money right here. He's like, oh, I don't think that's gonna be enough. All right, another stack. But that's just how Nipsey worked. And I don't know if it was like leave, catch a breath, come back, and then create work.
He just wanted to be inspired.
Yeah.
He wanted to say the most prolific things. And sometimes you can't do that in 48 bars. Sometimes I need to just get this 6 off and then let me go live some life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think all of this of us that were touched by Nip, you got to work with him exclusively, Mike, understanding that, like, that's a once in a lifetime type of person. And, like Lauren said it really perfectly in the memorial, like, you can't possess people, you get to experience them. And she was so thankful she got to experience Nip. Likewise, like you, like, there's very few people, if not like a handful, that can understand that relationship. Can you tell me a little bit more about that, bro? And I guess, like, since it's all happened,
Yeah, I mean, we had a studio with Nip, so we was very, very close. Like, JP was there every day, and we would just kind of build, like, his recording process was definitely the most unorthodox thing we've ever dealt with, but we was all a family. Like, Problem would come to the studio line and be like, "Are you guys working?" It didn't look like we was working.
Nip will take a nap in the studio.
Yeah. Problem's like, I would have done 6 songs.
But yeah, it was probably the best experience we ever had, just because like I said, it was unorthodox, but he actually cared about everybody around.
Yeah.
And it took a long time to understand him as a person and the process. And once we figured it out, things start moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, best experience probably ever.
And I know it's tough too, because like seeing what the family's doing, how they're moving with the music specifically. Sometimes when it's someone's passed away, some estates are like, give everything they got, or like, let's make stuff. And we seen it. We came up in the Pac era and the Biggie duets era, where we saw stuff pushed and pulled and torn apart, and this was supposed to be scrapped, but it's here. But I know Sam is very intentional with the stuff out. He's like, if Nip didn't want this out, it's not gonna see the light of day. So those little bits and pieces that we get of Nip afterwards are very special, you know, Mike. And like I know my husband was in a studio session the other day with like the Beano stuff that is finally gonna see the light of day, and I think that's super important for the fans, because we're not gonna get a lot of that.
Yeah,
if Nip didn't personally say this is yours, or I want you to, like, you're not gonna see any type of music like that. It's hard, because I know you've heard so much of it, and you're like, oh, but it's important to keep that.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me about when you get hit up last year or this year, and it's Jason, and he's like, hey, there's this guy Lefty.
Well, the crazy thing is, we heard about Lefty like a year prior. We never met, but just been seeing him. And I had told Problem, I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for Lefty yet. I told him. I was like,
no, it's real. It's real.
I don't know if I'm ready. And then Problem brought him to the studio. And when I met him, I'm like, I love him.
Yeah.
I just love his energy and his personality. And anybody that is willing to listen in the studio as an artist, you gonna get 1,000% from us. And so once he showed us that, we're gonna give him the energy, and that's what you're hearing right now.
That's like, amazing.
And Problem really, I watch Problem really be a producer on another level, and him bringing us in to trust the judgment. It's a great thing. But I gotta thank Lefty, because he trusts us. Yeah. You gotta have trust as an artist, producer, being in the studio, and that's how things work. Yeah. And so I think that he's just growing. He's just gonna get better from here. And
that project's gonna be very telling. It's gonna be one of those moments where, like, hey, remember this album at this part of the career? Yeah. Like, that's gonna be one of those we can't get right. It's important to me to have the right people behind someone like that. Like, exactly how you were talking, Mike. Everyone before meeting Lefty is like, I don't know, bro. Yeah. Once you meet him, it's like, I want to protect this person, like, at all costs, right? Not for nothing, but you guys being black, having heard certain things that have been said, or being told, like, why you guys mess with this person, understanding that you're doing it regardless of that, and then you become like a voucher for him, like, nah, y'all don't understand.
Oh, I definitely got those calls.
I know. You have to. You have to deal with that, but it's worth it when it comes to him.
But you know, niggas don't have to call me with nothing. Yeah. I'm not the most easily swayed. Yeah. For me, that makes me want to do it more, because it's like, who y'all think y'all talking to? Y'all don't get to tell me what I see in somebody. It doesn't work like that.
Jeez. I'm sure with you too, Mike.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. Like I said, once Lefty came and hung out with us, I was like, oh, this is easy. This is going to be fun, because he can let us do our thing. And like I said, when you're making music, it's a trust thing. So we all trust each other when we're making music, and it'd be fun. And Lefty got great ideas. Yeah. Me, I like to work when someone has ideas. So if you give me an idea, I can make that work.
Execute it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song on the project, Mike?
Now it's the Angels one.
The Angel Flip. Oh my gosh.
You guys gotta come up here and premiere that one too.
Can I listen to the album?
Yeah, you gotta pull up.
Come on.
Yeah, you gotta pull up. We'll set it up for sure.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's his idea.
Y'all are gonna be at all the lowrider shows.
Nah, yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites for sure.
Thank you guys for coming through.
No, appreciate
Mike,
it.
Mike and Keys, JasonMartin, also known as Problem But Forever, our homie, and of
Frank,
course,
man, get over here, get on the mic,
man. Lefty Gunplay, can't get right.
Yeah, Lefty Gunplay, man. Shout us all, LA.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming through, bro. Always, always, always. Power 106, Brown Bag Morning. Buenos dias.